So everyone is ready. Last lecture we have started with a new topic which was been called to be as probability. When we have started studying about this chapter which was been called to be as probability, in that probability first we have studied about the meaning of the term probability. So tell me what is the meaning of the term probability? फटाफट आंसर दो फटाफट. What is the meaning of the term probabilities? Yes, the meaning of the term probability is a chance or it is the most likelihood. Secondly, the term probability it came into existence from the yes, it came into existence from the playing of games, from the playing of games earlier. Earlier, the probability it was a branch of correct. It was a branch of mathematics, but later on, it became the branch of correct. It became the branch of statistics, and that's the reason we are studying the chapter probability, not in mathematics, but in statistics. Last lecture, we have completed the three important terms, and the three important terms which we completed, they were random experiment, sample space, and event. And after that, from today, we were supposed to start with the types of event. Types of event. Now here since the chapter is very vast. Yeah, समझ में आ रहा है? The chapter is very vast. Therefore, in this chapter, there are number of events. There are number of events. But सारे के सारे events जो है वो हम लोग के लिए बड़ा important नहीं है. Not all of them are important. Neither a theoretically nor a practically. Therefore, in this given chapter, we are going to consider only the five important types of events. Only the five important types of events. And that five important types of events which we are going to consider, they are number one, which is called to be as impossible event. Number two, which is called to be as mutually mutually exclusive event. Number one is impossible event. Number two is mutually exclusive event. Number three is certain event. Number four is called to be as the complement of an event. And number fifth, which is called to be as independent event. Very, very important. Everyone should make a note of all these things. We are going to study about the five important types of events. And that five important types of events which we are going to study, they are impossible event, mutually exclusive event, certain event, complement of a event, complement of a event, and the last one, which is called to be as independent event. So let me start one by one, bro. First event, which has been called to be as impossible event. Impossible event. But from the name itself, one thing is very clear. Impossible event. Impossible event means an event whose occurring is not possible. An event whose occurring is not possible. ऐसा इवेंट ये देखो जो कभी बड़ा अकर ही नहीं होगा, ऐसा इवेंट जो कभी अकर ही नहीं होगा, ऐसे इवेंट को बड़ा हम लोग कहेंगे impossible event. That type of event they are being called to be as impossible event. And if A is an impossible event, A is an impossible event, so that impossible event it will be denoted it will be denoted by using a Greek notation. It will be denoted by using a Greek notation, which is being called to be as phi, which is being called to be as phi. The same notation which you use for representing the null sets. अभी तुम लोग बड़ा यहाँ पे मैथमेटिक्स में सेट्स चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हो ना बड़ा सेट्स, and in that chapter beta sets you study about the null set, or you study about the empty set group. That empty set is represented by using a field, or it is been represented by using empty brackets. empty brackets empty brackets इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि चलो चलो भाई यहाँ पे जगह खाली है, कुछ भी नहीं है, इसका मतलब यहाँ पे एलिमेंट जीरो होगा, दैट इज रॉन्ग मैडम, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है मैडम. Zero is also considered to be as an element. And always remember that the number of elements which are present in an impossible event. They will be always equal to zero. अच्छा, why they will be always equal to zero? Because बड़ा हमें पता है कि ये इवेंट जो है बड़ा ये अकर होने वाला ही नहीं है, और अगर ये अगर होगा ही नहीं बड़ा तो उसमें नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स जो है वो हमेशा बड़ा जीरो हो गए. एंड द एग्जांपल्स which we use for representing The impossible event is the number of examples are starting with first. If a coin is tossed and getting a head and tail is an example of impossible event. अब तुम लोग ही मुझे बताओ कि when a coin is tossed, what is the possibilities? चलो कौन बताएगा मुझे फटाफट? What are the possibilities? Correct. The possibilities are very good. Either it will be a head or but it will be the tail. But क्या तुम लोग को बड़ा head and tail दोनों कभी एक साथ मिल सकते हैं? No, ये तो कभी बड़ा possible ही नहीं है. Therefore, it is an example of impossible event. Next, when a coin is tossed and getting but two heads, but when a single coin, when it is been tossed, so in that case, whether it is possible that we can get two heads, whether it is possible but we can get the two heads possible है? No, it is not possible. We can get only one head. But here we are talking about how many heads? Two heads, and getting two heads, absolutely, but it is not possible. Therefore, it is an example of impossible event. When a die is rolled and getting a number greater than 6, but a greater than 6 means उसमें कौन कौन आ जाएगा? 7, 8, 9. क्या ये बड़ा पॉसिबल है? Whether it is possible, when a die is rolled and we can get the number to be a 7, 8, 9. No, therefore these are all the examples which belongs to impossible event, which belongs to impossible event. Next, number 2, which is called to be as mutually exclusive event. Very important, very important. Mutually exclusive event, always it occurs between the two events. Always it occurs between the two events. याद रखना, mutually exclusive events. They always occurs between the two events. ये देखो, the two events. Say A and B, they are being called to be as mutually exclusive. They are being called to be as mutually exclusive if and only if they satisfies the two conditions. Yes, they satisfies the two conditions.
पढ़ाई के लिए
And that-
मेहनत तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन स्मार्ट स्टडी कौन करता है? प्री एग्जाम ऐप के साथ बनाइए अपनी तैयारी सुपर स्मार्ट। प्री एग्जाम ऐप देता है वाइड रेंज के एग्जाम्स की तैयारी, जैसे जी, नीट, कैट, सीए फाउंडेशन, सीएस सीट, बैंकिंग, रेलवे, एसएससी, एमबीए एंट्रेंस, एसवाईजेसी, कॉम, टीवाईबी कॉम और भी बहुत कुछ। चैप्टर वाइज टेस्ट्स एंड मॉक टेस्ट्स, डिटेल्ड परफॉर्मेंस एनालिसिस, और अब तैयारी होगी एकदम परफेक्ट। कहीं भी कभी भी पढ़ाई करें और एक विशाल क्वेश्चन बैंक आपकी तैयारी को बनाए आसान। इंस्टेंट इवैल्यूएशन से तुरंत जानिए अपनी परफॉर्मेंस और पाएं पर्सनलाइज्ड फीडबैक। तो अब देरी किस बात की? प्री एग्जाम ऐप डाउनलोड करें और अपने नाम से रजिस्टर्ड करें और एक विशाल क्वेश्चन बैंक बिल्कुल फ्री और अपनी सफलता की कहानी लिखें। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है। प्री एग्जाम ऐप स्मार्ट तैयारी का साथी।
and the two conditions are number one, both the events A and B, both the events A and B, they should not occur simultaneously. But when I'm using the word they should not occur simultaneously, so what it means? It means that both the events A and B ये दोनों इवेंट्स एक साथ साथ अगर नहीं होने चाहिए. हाँ, ऐसा हो सकता है कि पहले इवेंट ए अकर हो और ए अकर हो जाने के बाद फिर इवेंट बी अकर हो, बट दोनों इवेंट जो है ए एंड बी, ये दोनों इवेंट्स एक साथ साथ अकर नहीं होने चाहिए. अगर ये दोनों इवेंट्स एक साथ अगर अकर हुए तो फिर हम लोग उसे म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव इवेंट्स कंसीडर नहीं कर सकते मैडम. Yes, but I was saying that the two events they are being called to be as mutually exclusive event if they satisfies the two conditions, and that two conditions are number one, both the events they should not occur simultaneously. Simultaneously means दोनों इवेंट्स एक साथ साथ अगर नहीं होने चाहिए. And secondly, what I explained, there should not be any common sample points between the two events. There should not be any common sample points between the two events. Between the two events. Acha, what it means? It means that when you want to represent the common element, but in order to represent the common element, you always make the use of intersection, right? Always you make the use of intersection. सर ने पढ़ाया होगा तुम लोग को ये सेट्स में. So with respect to that, A intersection B equal to 5, or but it should be equal to empty bracket, such that अब तुम लोग ही मुझे बताओ कि what will be the number of elements which will be present in A intersection B. When I am saying that there does not exist any common element, तो चलो मुझे बताओ फटाफट. Very good. The number of elements which will be present in A intersection B, it will be equal to 0. But I will explain you the criteria. If the two conditions, if they get satisfied, then and then only the two events, they are being called to be as mutually exclusive, mutually exclusive. And examples of the mutually exclusive events are tossing of a coin and getting head or tail. Focus on my wordings. I've used the word or and नहीं बोला है. I've used the word or. But to when a coin, when it is being tossed, Tell me at that time, what are the outcomes that we get? What are the outcomes that we get? It is a head or what it is a tail. Barabar? But when a coin is tossed, so in that case, either we get head or we get tail, right? क्या दोनों इवेंट्स बड़ा हेड एंड टेल कभी भी एक साथ बड़ा कर होते हैं? कीप आंसरिंग बड़ा. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ बड़ा कि A is the event of getting head and B is the event बड़ा of getting tail. तो इसका मतलब तो ये हुआ बड़ा कि हेड और टेल बड़ा ये कभी भी दो इवेंट्स बड़ा एक साथ साथ अगर नहीं हो गए. फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज सेटिस्फाइड एंड सेकेंड की बड़ा मुझे ये बताओ कि बिटवीन हेड एंड टेल इज देयर एनीथिंग कॉमन बड़ा? तो इसका मतलब ये भी हुआ ना बड़ा कि सेकेंड कंडीशन जो है वो भी सेटिस्फाई हो गया. एंड सिंस this given example it satisfies the two conditions. It satisfies the two conditions. Therefore, tossing of a coin and getting head or tail is an example of mutually exclusive event. Example number two, rolling of a die. It is not dice, but it is a die. Make a change. Rolling of a die. Rolling of a die and getting an even number or odd number. It is an example of a mutually exclusive event. चलो मुझे आंसर दो फटाफट. When a die is rolled, what are the outcomes that we obtained? Yes, the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let A be the event of getting even number. Let B be the event of getting odd number. तो मुझे ये बताओ कि जब हम लोग डाई रोल करते हैं तो क्या हम लोग को वो टाइम पे इवन नंबर ऑड नंबर ये दोनों इवेंट्स एक साथ साथ मिलते हैं? नो either we get even number or we get odd number. बट दोनों के दोनों इवेंट्स कभी एक साथ नहीं मिलेंगे. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि कंडीशन नंबर 1 इट विल गेट सेटिस्फाइड. अच्छा, नंबर 2 मुझे ये बताओ कि बिटवीन नंबर एंड ऑड नंबर इज देयर एनीथिंग कॉमन? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो सेकेंड कंडीशन है सेकेंड कंडीशन it will also get satisfied. And since this given example, it satisfies both the conditions. It satisfies both the conditions. Therefore, it is an example of mutually exclusive event. Out of 5, we have completed the two events. Number 1, mutually exclusive event, and number 2, which is being called to be as impossible event. Next, number 3, which is called to be as certain event. and everyone should make a note of that, bro. A certain event, bro, it is also called to be as exhaustive event, bro. Certain event, bro. Okay, bro. Which is okay, bro. Called to be as, bro. Exhaustive event, bro. Certain event को या फिर उससे बड़ा exhaustive event को, it is all yes, bro. One or the same. So here